Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Dave. This is Wrestling Montage Media. Thank you for stopping by. A lot of things going on in the world of wrestling. We got one day to really sit on it and think about it until Raw tomorrow. But, of course, a lot of this pay-per-view was SmackDown. So, really, we got to wait till SmackDown to get some answers. But, man, we on the road to WrestleMania, and it feels good, man. Especially for something that happened like John Cena turning heel. We're going to get into that. But right now, we're finna react to this video from WrestleMania. And by the way, I did make a small reaction video last night about my instant thoughts, but we finna look at this and break it down even more from WrestleMania. The original video will be in the description, guys. Let's go.
The show begins with fans booing the American national anthem, and Pat McAfee doesn't hold back, hyping the show but saying it sucks, and it's taking place in the terrible country of Canada where the fans booed the American anthem. The first match of the night is the Women's Elimination Chamber match as Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez all do battle in the chamber to determine the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship.
Fire. Everything about this match was great. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. I mean, the match card, we didn't know how strong. With chamber matches, they're going to be good, but just with the performance, everybody's performance was on point. Everybody did a great job.
Now, Naomi and Liv Morgan are your first two competitors. However, before the match even takes place, Jade Cargill has...
I called this. I called this on the podcast with my friends. I said that Jade Cargill was going to come out, and whoever she attacked was the one who did it. And apparently, it looks like Naomi did it, and she was denying it the whole time, saying, "Oh, people think it's me. People think it's me. Why wouldn't it be you?" You know, and plus with storylines, with this storyline in particular, somewhere in the backstage doc where we saw Jade, something like that should have been on camera somehow. But they showed that night that Raquel and Liv was walking away. But I don't know, man. This is good.
Returned to WWE, and whilst it looks like she was about to attack Liv Morgan, she actually went for Naomi, beating the dog shit out of her. But that was until officials had to remove her after a brutal beatdown, and Naomi is stretchered out. Bianca Belair enters in next, followed by Roxanne Perez, and then Bayley joins the fray with Alexa Bliss entering in last. Now, the first elimination is Naomi, as she's unable to compete in the match itself.
Yes,
but Elimination 2 is Liv Morgan pins Bayley. Elimination 3 is Alexa Bliss pins Roxanne Perez. Elimination 4 is Liv Morgan pins Alexa Bliss. And then Elimination 5, Bianca Belair counters an Oblivion into a KOD, pinning Liv Morgan and winning the Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, I thought, for some reason, I really didn't see Bianca winning it, but I'm glad she did. And especially for how they advanced the storyline for how it's going to go. With her being in the championship match, hopefully it's her and Rhea, not Io. Even though I love Io, but this year should be, definitely Bianca and Rhea.
Bianca Belair is going to WrestleMania 41 to challenge for the World Women's Championship. Now, afterwards, Bianca Belair is then greeted by Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley and Ripley's opponent for Raw this Monday. Next is Trish Stratus and WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton taking on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Trish starts showing no ring rust, and then there's a tag to the Women's Champion who runs into a brick wall, aka Nia Jax.
This wasn't a bad match, but if I had to put like the worst one, it would probably be this one.
Jax punishes Stratton and goes for the Annihilator, but Stratton manages to avoid it and makes the hot tag. There's a back and forth between two teams until the babyfaces regroup. Trish hits a super Stratusfaction on Jax, followed by a best moonsault ever for the 1-2-3 as Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton defeat Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Man, don't Trish look great? I'm sure she almost 50. Man, she looks amazing. And the whole dynamic of them together, I love it. Just the different generations, they kind of look alike. They're a smitten image of each other in a way, but I'm surprised we didn't see Charlotte do anything. So I don't know what Trish is going to do at Mania. She got to do something, but maybe she can be in Tiffany Stratton's corner. I don't know. We'll see.
And next up is the unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. As Sami and Zayn unleash a blitzkrieg on each other, as the unsanctioned match is more than hardcore and more than just no holds barred. Both superstars use small arsenal of weapons as utter bedlam is unleashed. And Kevin Owens slowly gains the advantage, wearing Zayn down with brutal chair shots, broken tables, and multiple powerbombs on the ring apron. Sami even brings out a barbed wire chair, but not even that's enough, and KO's offense crushes Sami, giving him the win as Kevin Owens defeats Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match.
Yeah, I like how they had the lighting, because I remember back in the day when they had, on SmackDown in particular, there was The Rock and Booker T, and it was something like this unsanctioned on SmackDown, with the lighting was kind of the same way. They called it lights out at the time, but with the WWE not sanctioning this was it was good. I thought it could have been a little bit better, just something missing for me. I mean, of course it was a lot of carnage, and they really tore each other apart, but it was just something missing. But it was a great match overall.
Kevin Owens isn't finished and goes for a package piledriver on Zayn until Randy Orton's music plays, who now returns to WWE after the kayfabe injury. The two throw down and Orton hits an RKO out of nowhere. He then grabs a chair but opts for a punt kick, only to be stopped by WWE officials. In fact, this was the first punt kick we've seen since the COVID era. Well, almost, right? Owens escapes as Orton takes out his frustrations on WWE officials with various RKOs. Now,
yeah, Randy Orton returning was great. Maybe because they were in a stadium, the crowd they were definitely hyped, but it was a little bit quiet at points. But yeah, definitely Randy returning was great. I've actually trained with his dad, pro wrestling. That's what the certificate is next to me. It's a certificate of completion pro wrestling training with Bob Orton Jr. That was back in 2017. So it was really good to see Randy back. Looks in incredible shape as usual, doing his thing.
It's time for the men's Elimination Chamber match as John Cena, Damian Priest, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and CM Punk all do battle in the chamber for a chance at the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins start the match with Damian Priest entering, followed by Logan Paul. John Cena is next, and the 16-time world champion is a proverbial house of fire as he goes after everyone. And last but not least is Punk, who goes after Logan Paul. Seth Rollins' obsession with CM Punk costs him, and he takes his eye off the prize and eats an AA and a GTS before getting pinned. However, Rollins takes his fury out on Punk later in the match, hitting a curb stomp that allows Cena to lock in the STFU until Punk passes out, as John Cena wins the men's Elimination Chamber match and is now going on to WrestleMania 41 to face the Undisputed Champion. Now after the match,
yeah, the thing with that and just the match itself, the thing I was confused about the most was, if Cena won the match, why would he turn? Wouldn't you need the help? Like if you lost and then you turned, it would have made a little bit more sense. But the fact that he just turned, it seemed like just because, like he don't really need it, and that's what Michael Cole has said. It's like, what does he need to sell his soul for? You know what? Why? But we know why though. I mean, because Cody Rhodes needs an opponent. He needs a really strong heel opponent. And really looking at the roster, you don't have anybody. He would just have to face, who he's already faced again. So for John Cena to be his opponent, and for John Cena to completely flip the script.
WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes enters the ring and greets Cena. The final boss comes to the ring with Travis Scott and asks Cody for his answer.
Why the hell was Travis Scott there? Why? Is it for social media? Who cares? I was just disappointed. Like, why is this man out here? What the hell he got to do with anything? But there are some undertones with it. But still, I didn't like that.
John Cena and Scott watch as The Rock tells Cody he'll give him everything, but he wants his soul. Cody tells The Rock his soul no longer belongs to him because he already gave his soul to the ring and the fans. And Cody gives his answer bluntly as he says, "Hey Rock, go fuck yourself."
I wish I could recorded my reactions to these guys like live, because it was just so impactful and like, whoa, Cody, he really went there. And we know that they're using more colorful language, more so now than before, and you know I'm glad that they know how to use it when it's necessary, not just, oh, we're on Netflix, oh, we have a little bit more leeway to say what we want, so we can just say, you know, everything every night, you know, every time you're on TV. No, use it sparingly, use it the way that you guys are doing it now, when it for moments like this, when it's important and when it has impact and when it matters.
Cody hugs John Cena, but The Rock gives him a signal, and Cena kicks Cody in the Rhodes family jewels.
Yeah, and the thing with that, The Rock put up the number 2. Remember, at Bad Blood, he put up the 3. And at this moment, he put up 2. And the next time we see him, it'll be 1. Who's that 1? Will there be another person to turn? Because I was mentioning in my reaction last night that this could possibly be a faction, right? So maybe it's another one of the members of the NOI family to join the group, but it's like, who will it be? But we know that Roman right now a babyface, so if they did rock Roman this year, that'd be great. I mean, Rock is clearly bad, and when Roman, you know, is a babyface now, the dynamics now of how they're setting it up for everybody to be in their spots, you know, for potential matches, potential feuds down the road, everything is pretty much set.
Well, it's actually happened. John Cena has turned heel. He grabs a pair of brass knuckles and destroys Cody as The Rock watches. Finally, The Rock joins in, whipping Cody with his weight belt as Travis Scott holds Cody.
And Travis Scott did something so stupid. He literally punched Cody Rhodes in the face. Like when I guess he didn't know what to do. I don't know if they went over this with him, but, you know, just hold him down. But he went for it. He got a shot in, and he kind of like smacked him up with a punch. It was something. I was like, dude, you don't know what the hell you doing. That pissed me off. Like, why are you here? Just pointless.
He finally exits the ring as Michael Cole comes in to check, and Cody helps him to the back as Elimination Chamber ends with The Rock, John Cena, and, well, Travis Scott in the ring.
Right.
That was a quick recap of the show. What about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly? As always, we start off with the good as number 1, a sizzling start. Now, Elimination Chamber couldn't have started any better, with Jade Cargill showing up and laying out Naomi, apparently answering who put her out of action last November. This lit the fuse for one of the most action-packed chamber matches ever, with all All-Stars and a future great, that being Roxanne Perez, putting on a clinic.
Roxanne, all right. I'm not feeling her really. She'll probably grow on me over time, but I'm not really feeling her.
The match more than lived up to its reputation as a brutal battleground, with the wrestlers using the cage as a weapon. But best of all, the bout didn't devolve into a chaotic spot fest. The match's actions also meant something, as it furthered the rivalry between Bayley and Roxanne Perez and hinted at Alexa Bliss still having elements of her demon doll character. We also absolutely loved the beatdown that was given to Naomi, not to mention Bianca Belair's acting.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she reacted the way you're supposed to react when your friend is getting beat down and you locked in a cage and you can't do nothing about it. And then when she actually got out from the pod, you know, they closed the cage again to where she couldn't get to Naomi to tend to her. So yeah, that was all great.
Probably one of the best returns in recent times. Number 2, unsanctioned in every way imaginable. And tonight's unsanctioned match was a classic case of a pro wrestling match or a storyline so good that fans are willing to check their brains at the door. Here there was no way to explain how the WWE would allow this match to take place, but few seem to care as the match over-delivered. The idea of both superstars wanting to end each other has played out before, but for the first time in years, or perhaps decades, KO and Sami wrestle like they wouldn't stop until their opponents stopped breathing. There was zero wrestling and 100% mayhem, as each wrestler used every weapon they could get their hands on, including barbed wire, tables, chairs, timekeeper bells, and the ring itself. Was it over the top? Hell yeah, but this wasn't a pro wrestling match. Right. This was an out-and-out brawl. This just set the bar for future unsanctioned matches, just as CM Punk vs Drew McIntyre's Hell in a Cell match restored the bout to its original glory in many fans' eyes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But like I said, there was, I don't know what was missing, what I mean by that. But it was just all out mayhem. It was really great.
Number 3, delightful details. Whatever it flaws, WWE always delivers with the details, as seen by tonight's unsanctioned match. The match featured a referee clad in street clothes, which made sense since the WWE official shouldn't be involved in this match.
It's unofficial because I'm not wearing my official referee shirt, so that means we don't have anything to do with this. But you're in our ring, we played your music to the ring, and you're using everything WWE. Okay.
And if we're also right in saying that this was the first time that this has ever happened, but they went even further than that, and even the turnbuckles were covered in black to remind the fans that this was not an official match. And also putting the lights down. Granted, the arrival of WWE officials to try and talk KO into stopping his carnage was a bit counterproductive, but the fans didn't seem to care because the match was so damn good. Number 4, Randy's Revenge Tour begins. Randy Orton made his long-awaited return, and while some fans are already asking why he didn't stop Kevin Owens from destroying Sami Zayn, he likely felt Zayn deserved to fight his own battle. Nevertheless, Orton's return was booked to perfection, with the Viper methodically walking to the ring and giving Owens time to realize what he was in for. Orton got just enough revenge to get the program started and give fans a bit of satisfaction after Sami Zayn's loss. Randy Orton's attack on Kevin Owens also featured a well-played spot where Orton had the opportunity to pummel KO with a chair.
Man, Randy's so damn big now. He was always around the 240, 250 range, but man, he a big boy now.
But that wasn't enough for Orton, who screamed at Owens for trying to break his neck, which given Randy's real-life neck and back problems, fits this kayfabe attack like a glove. But then he set up KO for the punt, a move fans haven't seen since the pandemic era. And this not only reminded fans how ruthless Orton could be, but suggested that Owens' feud with Sami Zayn will pale next to his own with Orton.
Man, Randy Orton knocking heads off like he used to back in the day. He used to do it all the time when he first started doing it, I think in 07, 08.
5. Cole takes a trip down memory lane. Michael Cole was showing off his wrestling knowledge tonight, making comments that fans knew he could have never made during the Vince era. He not only referenced Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's other personas of Kevin Steen and El Generico, but he name-dropped Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan during the men's chamber match.
Yeah, that would be forbidden. You can't, if you're not in WWE, don't mention nobody else. That was Vince's old trope.
Although Cole mistakenly credited Jericho with inventing the chamber match, it was actually Triple H who invented it. But regardless, it was great to hear WWE acknowledge its talent.
Well, I was going to say Eric Bischoff, but I don't know. That was back in 2002. They made it seem like he created it, but yeah, I guess it was Triple H. And Chris Jericho came up with the concept of the Money in the Bank. That's what he did.
So whether they were the company or a rival. Number 6, dialing up the drama. Or was the men's Elimination Chamber match outclassed by the performances in the women's match? Now, we think it's too close to call, especially given the star power of the men's match. However, the men's match dominated in the drama department as every participant had issues with one or more wrestlers. Whether it was Drew McIntyre showing he still can't stand CM Punk, Seth Rollins telling John Cena to back off so he could go after Punk, or Punk delivering on his promise to put Logan Paul to sleep. This one had storylines galore driving the action.
Yeah, that's the best part about it, man. Because everything has to, cross and tie together. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I mean, you seen Cena still calling spots all loud. It's like, man, after all these years, you still ain't learned how to really call your spots so everybody can hear what to expect next. Even some of the fans can hear it. But yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this era is that the stories, man, you can just see how the pieces are coming together. Yeah, you got Drew and Priest, you got Punk and Seth, you got Logan Paul. I don't know who he's going to face at WrestleMania, but he's definitely going to be there. But maybe they can throw him in he could be in a multi-man match of some sort. But the card is shaping up to be really, really awesome.
There was also the feel-good moment of Cena and Punk hugging before going at it, and the usual bad sportsmanship from Drew McIntyre as he Claymore kicked Damian Priest after the Archer of Infamy eliminated him. And no, we haven't forgotten about Punk's quest to main event at WrestleMania and Cena's hope to win the 17th world title, which made their showdown as the last two competitors so exciting, and Punk's loss so heartbreaking due to Seth Rollins costing Punk the match. Number 7, case closed, well, almost. And did Naomi really take out Jade Cargill back in November? Well, things looked that way as Jade unloaded on Naomi, However, eagle-eyed fans noticed Bianca Belair seemed to snap to attention in a pod when Jade entered, leaving some to wonder if maybe Cargill targeted the wrong person. The WWE will have to be careful not to prolong this, as fans were already losing patience with the storyline before Cargill.
Well, if that was the case, then Jade would have addressed Bianca through the pod. You know, she would have came to her and been like, nah, nah, nah. You know? So, no, I think that Jade attacked the person who attacked her. All those, 4 months ago.
Return and Cody's answer. Cody Rhodes delivered his answer to The Rock tonight, giving the final boss the only answer that fits his character, a resounding no. Now, unfortunately for Cody, John Cena was ready to sell his soul.
Man, that shot right there, man. That shot right there. That's when I was, man, my reaction, I was, my living room right here, my wife was sitting there watching this other TV, the big TV on the wall, and I was just marking out, bro. I was marking out. Just 22 years. I watched everything Cena. I watched the beginning. He was just plain vanilla Cena to Dr. the Thugonomics, where he was first finding his character when he was with Bull Buchanan, and just everything, and just his run in 06 when the fans started to turn up, 06, 07, and Super Cena, and when he was starting to wind down in 2015, and his sporadic appearances between 2016 and 2020. So man, I seen it all, and just different interviews of people asking him to really turn heel, and how I remember his feud with The Rock back in 2012 when how he was saying for the first time ever, there's a man who has I forgot the words he said, with an unfaultable resolve that just does what the shirt says. And the shirts at the time he was wearing was the Don't Give Up. And so if you've been watching a long time, you can reference different things to how you never thought that this would happen. Just like but you never say never in the wrestling. I mean, we saw Vince McMahon step down, obviously for different reasons than we thought he was going to leave. But Vince he been gone now for a while. But this is like the last thing that we get to see. That's like, this ain't never happening, and here we are. So I love it.
And his jaw-dropping betrayal was a swerve that nobody saw coming, but one that we're confident will turn WrestleMania 41 into an even bigger spectacle than last year's match between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
The only gripe that we had with this segment was what the hell was Travis Scott still doing in the ring?
Right.
Lighting up Sage, no doubt. Kinda took a little bit away from the epic moment that was unfolding in the ring. Like, bro, you done your entrance, now get the hell out of here.
Very demonic elements. I don't know where you guys are spiritually. Obviously, with The Rock being a bad guy, and soul, talk about selling souls and all of that, we know there is a demonic element to that. And just with Travis Scott out there doing what he did with the whole Sage, I don't really fool with that stuff. So yeah, that's just him out there. That's the only thing I don't like about the whole segment.
But that was a good what about the bad? Is number one an utter waste? Now, we hate to say it, but not even Trish Stratus's presence was enough to justify tonight's women's tag match. Nia Jackson, Candice LeRae versus Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus is a match that just belonged on television. It was pretty much filler and a ploy to sell.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Like, it was just, as far as any match on the card that wasn't the best, it'd be this one. But Trish looked great.
Tickets by having Toronto's hometown hero Trish Stratus in the match. The folly of having 4 matches on a PLE was exposed again, as this match could have been replaced by a title match, with US champion Shinsuke Nakamura being much more deserving of a PLE appearance than this dud.
I agree.
Now, there was nothing downright ugly, as Elimination Chamber's 3 matches, not to mention the earth-shattering surprise of John Cena turning heel, made up for the dud of a women's tag match. Whether or not The Rock's return changed up the WWE's original plans is irrelevant, as tonight's PLE put everything in place for a myriad of great matches besides the Cody vs. Cena throwdown. I mean, honestly, we're gonna hand it over to Triple H. This was a great PLE.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of Elimination Chamber? What'd you guys...
Yeah, what did you guys think of Elimination Chamber? Any thoughts below? In my comment section, you can go to WrestleMania, of course, and comment. just yeah, I'm really just documenting everything because I know that this is the time we're gonna be looking back at this time, like how we look finally back on Hulk Hogan turning heel back in 1996. So man, crazy. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Tonight we have a podcast. Me and my good friends Tarrell and TJ will be going live tonight to talk about and get some different perspectives on the Elimination Chamber and Cena's heel turn and where everything is going to go. Again, guys, if you're still here, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.